Hi everyone, so let's see the next question in the SQL 50 series, which is average time of process per machine. In this table we have columns machine ID, process ID, activity type and timestamp. Activity type contains the values start and end. So this table basically tells us at what time a process of a particular machine started and it ended. And we have to find out the average processing time of each machine and round it up to 3 decimal places. Now we only have one table, and the values start and end are also present in just one column, which is activity type. Hence we will have to perform a self join so that we can compare the start time and end time simultaneously. So first what we'll do, we will perform a self join and then we will put that into a CTE. And what is a CTE? So a CTE is a common table expression used in SQL, which is a temporary result set. So what we do, I will just give a small example. So we write it like with CTE as, and here we can do select star from our table name, which is activity. Select star from activity, and so my this table becomes the output of select star from activity becomes my CTE. So if I'll do select star from CTE, I will get the output of the activity table, which is this. Now so why is a CTE used? Because when we have to refer some set of statements repeatedly, we can use a CTE in that condition because it is very helpful. We need not write those statements again and again. So let's say in a particular case scenario, my statement was select star from activity, where my activity type is start. Let's say I have to refer the statement again and again in my SQL statements, then I can simply put it in the CTE and later reference instead of writing every time select star from activity where activity type equals to start, I can just simply do it select star from CTE. And this in CTE we can include complex statements, and it also improves the readability of my whole SQL query. So yeah, that was CTE. Now let's start writing my query. So my query, first of all, what I'll do, I'll perform a self join. So select star from activity A1, join activity A2, and my condition is my A1 dot. Now my both the machine IDs should be the same because I need to compare the start and end values of the same machines and the same processes. So the process ID also need to be the same. So this is my first condition, and my second join condition should be that let's say the table A1 represents the start values and the table A2 represents the end values. So I'll do A1 dot activity type equals to start, and my A2 dot activity type equals to end. Yeah, this becomes my SQL statement, and first of all let's run it and see what's the output. So over here we can see that all my start timestamp, this is my start timestamp, and my end timestamp, so these all are listed. I can improve the readability over here. So machine id comma a1 dot process id and my a1 dot timestamp as a1 dot timestamp as start time comma a2 dot timestamp as end time. Okay, yeah, so this is a better way of writing so that we can see what the output is and what we need to do next. Now we need to subtract the end time and the start time, because we need to find the processing time of each machine, average processing time. So what we'll do, we'll subtract the end time and the start time, and then we'll perform an average function. So over here, let's say I'll just simply subtract it over here itself, and okay, so this is my machine id and process id, and this is my duration. Now okay, yeah, I'll have to do a2 minus a1 because a2 is the end time and a1 is the start time. Okay, so this becomes my average duration. And see, CTE is always better than a subquery, also because it improves the readability of the statements. So I will put this into a CTE, and now I'll write my statement select star from CTE. So you can see over here, like all of this, the output of all of this is into my CTE, and now I can perform various calculations over the CTE. So I only need a machine ID, so because I need to find the average of each machine. So machine ID and then average of the duration, and then I need to round it up to 3 decimal places. So round function and up to 3. And since average is we are doing an average, we need to group it by the machine ID because it's an aggregate function, and while using an aggregate function, if we are aggregating it based on some particular columns, then we need to put all those columns into the group by clause. So yeah, now let's submit it and see. Okay, we have to write it as processing time. Okay, yeah, so my solution has been accepted, and now let's submit it and see if all the test cases are passing. So all my test case have passed, and we can see it is memory efficient, and the runtime is also very good, as it beats 81.95% of the users.